Hello there, Butterscotch Biscuits. Today we're going to go through the PulseChain ecosystem update. I do these periodically because we have a competitive edge. And when you have a competitive edge, you must refine it. There are no VCs, no secret hidden unlocks. We know the ecosystem is undervalued. I'm going to show you. And with that, I'm also going to show you our favorite companion, the Pikachu hat. Baby dolls, it's very important to know this, okay? Because, look, yes, PulseChain is undervalued by 10x. Cardano, expensive here, is $18.6 billion market cap. PulseChain itself is only $1.87 billion. So you might say to me, wait a minute, my friend saw me. I clearly remember the 550 videos you made where you said that the market, unfortunately, values all of the coins as one. Yes, friends, that's for you and me. For the new people coming in, they don't give a damn. They don't care. So I'm not saying that they should care or they shouldn't. I'm just telling you they don't. It's not relevant to them anymore. They are playing a new game. They are playing the, okay, let's see what momentum can drive up in the next 1, 3, or 6 months, okay? I hate to say it, they're not really believers, right? It's for us because we don't know what's going to happen. I want to make sure that you don't walk away. That's why. In the previous bear markets, friends, of all crypto, if you listen to the people who've made it, like I think Kobe made I think Kobe's like a billionaire, right? For example, many of the podcasts and streams, they'll say, look, guys, don't leave in the bear market. Opportunity will come and you will be able to make big advantages for yourself. Here's the problem, though. You don't know what the opportunities are. Is it an ICO? Is it a special trade? Is it an arbitrage? You never really know. Maybe it's something in between. Is it a hot new coin? You don't know. The advantage I had from just sitting in the bear market 18 hours a day was I figured out this could be a risk later on. So with that, luckily, I told you to increase your bag size, to accumulate as much as you can, okay? So that's why, when we look at this ecosystem, it is super undervalued. If we were to flip Cardano, just match it, it's a 10x from today. Now, I know other people out there, you believe that Cardano should be 3x higher than today. Well, guess what? That's a 30x differential if PulseChain goes on to flip it. Because I think, look, PulseChain's EVM, it just has higher potential, friends. It's a new cycle coin. Cardano as well. Cardano is great. It's beautiful. I don't use it, right? I don't know who does. There's a couple of people flipping JPEGs and stuff on it. It's got 50,000 people, so they're doing something on there, playing with their willies, eating jelly beans. The potential for PulseChain, friends, it's cycle one coin, okay? So you really got to think about how you allocate your capital there. Now, if you are in Cardano, I'm not telling you to sell everything or do whatever. I'm just telling you, like, if I came across somebody in a Pikachu hat, not financial advice, and I'm like, oh, wow, this guy is showing me all the fundamentals. PulseChain's got smaller user base, so the ratio of people outside the club to inside the club is like much bigger for PulseChain. There's 68 streamers. There are 140 plus content creators. There's all these things happening potentially for the future. If I had a Cardano stack, I would go, you know what? Maybe this guy with the Pikachu hat, maybe he kind of knows what he's talking about as a peanut brain. I'm going to rotate some of it. The best thing for you to do is to add new fresh fiat. That's actually the best thing to do. But that is an alternative, right? How much would some be for a rotation? I don't know, 20%. If 20% is too much for you and scares you, put 10%. Because it's a 10x to flip, right? So it's another way. If I end up getting it right and PulseChain does flip Cardano, then you have a double of your Cardano bag. But what you'll actually find by the time you get there, you won't want to sell your PulseChain. So it's interesting just to think about this number. In the 2021 bull market, BNB, so Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, and Doge, they roughly peaked around 80 to 100 billion market cap. It was actually 100 billion on the dot for BNB, ADA, and XRP, 100 billion, right, ish. And that would be a 55x from today. Can they hit it? Well, look, we don't really know. There's also other things going on. You never know, friends. Another sacrifice phase gets done. Like, we don't know. We don't know. A lot of things can happen. There's a lot of different mechanisms and tricks up the sleeve that Richard Hart might be able to do that soaks up a lot of deflation. We don't know. There's also, friends, like the dark horse, PulseX, that's just literally buying and burning everything. Like, buy, drunken Michael Saylor, just happening all the time. And I'm here to report to you, right? So obviously, recently ticked up to 3.2%. Look at that number, friends. Just zoom into that number. 657 billion PulseX. has been burned. That is $30 million. It's showing US dollars, 29 and $30 million. That is huge. That's 630 billion PulseX that was sitting on the DEX in the pool, and it's been chewed up. That's what I love. Most people, I know you don't understand it, friends. You got to have an appreciation for this. And this is coming from your friend Somi here, who's telling you, man, it looks like a scam. We're down so much. Like I was telling you, man, at the bottoms. Yeah, it looks like a scam, but I'm buying more. But man, this buy and burn is serious business. It is chew. Now, of course, it doesn't mean you can't go down. Of course, the price can go down, friends, because the liquidity versus the market cap for any coin is only like 1%. But isn't it nice to know psychologically that whoever holds PulseX, if they want to get rid of it, they might not ever be able to get their position, even with staking. There's no yield opportunity. You know, with HEX, friends, for example, just to show you just like how you might play your portfolio. Let's say people out there with 500,000 HEX, 500,000, and you earned in 1 year 8% of that, right? 8% of that, you earned 40,000 HEX. You might say, hey man, in 1 year I've earned 40,000 HEX. That's nice. I might want to allocate my 40,000 HEX around the PulseChain ecosystem. I want to choose 10 coins that I put 4,000 each, and I'm hoping that total lottery poop selection of 40,000 allocation, if I'm lucky, turns into like 200,000 HEX in the future. That's like the goal of how to play these. In a nutshell, though, the best thing to do is to just put in fresh fiat. But I'm just helping you, friends. You shouldn't be doing these, but I know if I don't talk about these, people are going to eventually, right, they're going to just run off the edge of the cliff because they're like going to play the cycle like really a drunken person in a casino, not knowing what they're doing, gambling way too much and not knowing, because look, you get desensitized to risk. So for example, to you right now, you might think a $3,000 lottery ticket is a lot. Okay, but if I increase your portfolio 25x, you know your $150 allocation today? Yeah, that becomes a $3,000 allocation in the future. The problem is people don't get used to that. Instead of putting $3,000, they put 30, because let's say your portfolio grows from $3,000 to 100K. Instead of people doing like a $500 clip, they might start doing like 10, 15 grand, because they're like, well, you know what I mean? I used to have 3, now I've got 100. I've got $97,000 of free money. But that's how a lot of people end up in hot water. But how to not end up in the hot water is, of course, buying low, buying as low as you can, DCA if you have to. Look at the ratios. If you look at the ratio, you get to see. But look, the ratios, they're not magic, because you need the spear to go up, right? The spear, PulseChain, we still need it to keep going up. It's just that's why we're in a beautiful scenario right now, where it's beautiful, but it doesn't feel beautiful for most of the 2 years. But we're in a scenario where you see Bitcoin has pinged like the bull trend. It's gone, hey, you've had a whole year of up only for Bitcoin. Sweet. So is Ethereum. You've had the ETF. So you know crypto's not going to zero, not going away. Now you've had PulseChain's first week thrust. Sweet. Now, see, these things are like piling up. They're stacking behind themselves. What's the next stack? Maybe some meme coins are piling up. You saw Mr. B Roots go on to Crypto Banter, talk about Teddy Bear, talk about PulseChain. This is the important part to know, friends. See, there are people, I've seen them in the comment sections, bless your hearts. They're thinking like, oh, everyone's a shiller. Everyone's in the meme coins, a scammer. This is really important to just know, okay? Trust me, I would rather a world where you guys, not speaking to you directly, but everyone else, when they bridge in, I wish they would come in with their glasses and their checkered shirts and their pens in their front pocket, and they pull out their notepad and they go, golly gee, look at the amount of liquidity ratio to the fees generated on liquid loans. Wow, look at Famous and look at all the leverage, and let me forecast the volume increase in Uniswap over time and try to forecast Binance's volume trading exchange and try to make a mathematical model. I want that world. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world. We live in a world where people say, give me your hottest, dirtiest meme coin. I want to buy it. my friends, my family, my cousins are probably watching it right now. Like, even I feel it, man. I don't want to go spend 3 hours calculating this like ratio to make like an extra 6%. I want a hot, dirty meme coin. The market wants a hot, dirty meme coin, friends. They always want hot, dirty. It's new. It's risky. They just keep wanting it over and over again. That's why owning PulseX is owning the casino. You're like, well, you know what? You DJs want to play. Come and play in our casino. At least you won't get hurt. And at least if you make your money, if you don't make your money, you get to see people who haven't lost everything. What are they doing? Okay, they buy the core coins and they leave it on the site. That's why I'm trying to teach you these principles. 90% core, 10% lottery. There are a lot of lottery meme coins, friends. So recently what you saw is, so this is funny. Someone thinks I got bribed by the teddy bear coin. They go, you got bribed by the teddy bear to talk about it. No, Habib. There are 2 coins that were rocketing. 2. The Tang Gang, HOA, HEX Orange Address, and teddy bear. I just think it's interesting that I think their communities are fighting. Guys, please share in the comment section. Are they? I don't know. I think they're kind of like back and forth. I don't know, but I just think it's interesting that they are the 2 momentum pushers and other things still haven't reacted. So what we're going to do is just observe. Okay, now what we're going to observe. Now, don't do any portfolio shifts or anything, but you can see teddy bear. Now, this is, friends, please. I've been waiting for an example to show you. I could have made an example, but just please, for the love of God, look at this example, okay? Teddy bear, if you look at the US dollar, it's up. This is not the US dollar. This is, yes, US dollar. You see it went back towards the high. Okay, teddy bear, towards the high. If you change it to the pulse pricing, it is back in near the buy zone, the tippity top of the buy zone. So it doesn't mean, oh, go buy or go sell anything. I'm just showing you a different perspective. This is important. It means, friends, that it depends how you want to play. I know this is the thing, right? I look for cheap stuff. But when I look at cheap stuff, people get pissed off because they know things that are cheap tend to stay cheap for a long time to piss you off so much that you want to quit. So when it comes to this, when this is in the cheap zone, people don't like saying it's cheap, whatever. People, this is what flips me out. People actually want to look at this chart. Wow, keep going. Wow. I know, it's crazy, right? I like hunting cheap, friends. No one wants to look at this chart, but I'm just here to show you perspective. It's basically in the cheap zone. I like marginal safety ratios. That's what I like. What's marginal safety ratio? It just kind of means like, hey, where did we once trade on the ratio before? You go, okay, once you traded up here in September 2023, now you're here. If today it went up back towards the high, that's a 4.4x on Pulse versus Pulse. So that's funny, right? What would ignite that move? That's the question. But you don't need to know what ignites the move, you know? If Pulse, remember that's a 4.3x on the ratio. So if Pulse does a double and we got to the high, that means Teddy Bear did 8.6x on the USD. But you never know, right? What if Teddy Bear never goes up? Okay, what if this ratio just stays down? Literally, how will this stay down, friends? How will this stay down? This could be Pulse rallies and no one ever buys Teddy Bear ever again. But that's why it's important just to think about these different communities out here and to just think about the likelihood of that happening. Because if PulseChain keeps rallying, the ecosystem, so let's say PulseChain goes another 2x, which this would be another 50% drop, bang, okay? If PulseChain does another 2x and this doesn't move, you just got to think, right? PulseChain itself now has 3.8 billion valuation, and then Teddy Bear's still sitting at whatever it is, like 30 billion or whatever it is, 30 million, okay? So I can see here the market cap for Teddy Bear is 20 million. So what happens in the ecosystem? I'm just telling you, friends, don't buy anything. Don't buy. In fact, go sell. I'm just teaching you. When the speed goes up enough and it stops, people gamble from the psychological wealth effect. Just to tell you, right, when Bitcoin first was birthed, it was the stock market going up so much that Satoshi was like, wait a minute, you guys are making a Ponzi. Psychological wealth effect goes to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin now started leading the crypto industry, when Bitcoin stalls after a big pump, people go into the altcoins. But now here's the thing, friends. See, it used to be that easy, wasn't it? Just hold Bitcoin, go buy all the poop coins on the centralized exchanges. But it ain't so easy anymore. Now we're doing the hard and dirty work, which is just what's happening with a mature market. So this is just a natural progression of this is what we have to do to make the gains now. You can't just like, it used to be literally, okay, just buy and hold. All right, sweet, buy some poop coins. Everything goes 30x. Doesn't happen anymore. All right, so I'm just helping you just appreciate difficulty and the challenge of filing these. You need a good ratio. You need these. Now, here's the thing, right? Most of you aren't on Twitter. A lot of you aren't on Twitter. A lot of you are. But a lot of people aren't on Twitter. Just to let you know, the teddy bear guys, they tag aggressively. Just like the HEX Orange Address, the Tang Gang. And I'm going to show you the chart as well. The Tang Gang is in new highs. Now, what baffles me is as well, people look at this chart and they're like, oh, gee, I got to buy. But if I just change it to the pulse ratio, you can see, right, I just have this out here. It's around this little resistance zone. But Tang Gang and Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear is part of the Atropa and PI ecosystem. It's part of the whole network, whatever it is. So these people, they're still strong and they're still tagging a lot. Now, I wish I had other metrics like profitability and all these, but you don't give a damn about that. And we're going to find out probably it doesn't matter. Dog with a Hat did a 14,000x, friends. What is the technology in Dog with a Hat? It's literally just a meme coin. People came in to buy Dog with a Hat up 14,000x before they would even sniff any other project on Solana. They don't give a damn. So clearly there's something about this fun, exciting nature of meme coins and all of these that is capturing everyone's attention. That's why, please, Pulse and PulseX and HEX, they're still cheap enough. Don't gamble too much, man. Don't gamble too much. However, they're also so cheap that it's daring you not to throw in lottery tickets everywhere. Okay, so I've already gone through, already made videos and show you about them. Get the cheap ones. Please, in the cheap ones. I use a weekly time frame. Why? Because no one can do any manipulation on a weekly. Because the target's so big, it takes like months to get there, if you ever get there, or a year or 2 years. I don't know. Okay, so just be wary of that. But the beautiful part is, remember, the speeds are still cheap. Are we too early? I don't know. I don't want to take that risk. Because what I'm noticing, I've shown you, people are getting more smart, more agile. People are coming in, bridging in. People know how to bridge faster. People are looking at these. Look, even friends, I'm making it harder for myself. I've taught 25,000 people about ratios when maybe I shouldn't have, right? But I'm just telling you this. My time frames on these are so long, and the liquidity, once these things start moving, starts rocketing anyway. And you can't do anything before the spear has done its job anyway. So there's a lot of timing on this stuff going on. But you get to see, right, the story and everything playing out. So we are still early. There is opportunity here. Take advantage of the lottery ecosystem coins. I hope, though, we don't get to a point where I'm looking around, I'm like, man, there are like 25 meme coins on PulseChain. I don't know what the hell you're doing. You're all confusing me. We haven't got there yet. It's clear now. Okay, it's clear. Like I've shown you the ones we're looking at. Okay, you can see Atropa, Die, which is P-Die, Die, right? Also cheap. Teddy Bear, okay, on the ratio, friends, on the ratios here, but you don't have to get it, friends. I like P-Die and Die. I have this as well, but when it comes to this, look, it's starting to tip here. It's starting to tip here. But just be ready, man. If it wants to go down, let it go down. I'm just telling you now. Also, what else is there? The Tang Gang. The Tang Gang reminds me of the ticker Bitcoin address, okay, because they're also small. That's the beautiful part. If you're in low market cap, you can get rescued by buying tops this early in the cycles. That's why being early is really important. Really is, okay? We also had Poor Pleb. Okay, Poor Pleb. So you can see as well, if I change the ratio, just to see Poor Pleb versus Pulse, to see this, there was a bit of a spick up, a little bit of a spike. Okay, it's still in the buy zone though. I mean, going back to the top from here's a 5x on Pulse. Maybe it comes back down. I don't know. This is what I like. Stay in the buy zone. But you're going to find, friends, it's very obvious. You can see if I like something and then it leaves the zone, you see my messages straight away. I say, it left the buy zone. Don't touch it. I'm praying for a victory. Stay out. That's it. I literally say that. Does everyone listen? I don't know. I don't really care, but I'm just telling you risk reward and all these friends. So I don't get excited for stuff unless they're cheap because, in this game, man, everyone's trying to grift each other. So you just need a cheap price. That's it. So hopefully we can ignite something with a continuation of the thrust of PulseChain after we rinse these break-even soy boys. Don't sleep on these leveraged altcoins at all because here's the thing, man. It's not just for everyone within the ecosystem. People outside of PulseChain, when they bridge in, friends, they're coming for this shit. They're coming for this. Yes, they are coming for these meme coins. We saw it with Ethereum and then SHIB, right? A year ago with Shibarium. We saw it with Pepe. We saw it with Solana. We've seen it with Arbitrum. It keeps happening. So it's going to keep happening. This pattern doesn't go away, where the speed goes up. We saw it with Avalanche, friends. Okay, Avalanche. So you got to pay attention to that. When people are coming in, they go, hey, give me the hot, new, dirty altcoin. You saw it with a coin called Toshi on Coinbase. You know, just trust me. I wanted this not to happen, but now I'm looking at it because it makes it harder for me and you. Because, you know, if it was as easy as me and you go and just look at established projects, you just ignore all the new stuff and you buy the established ones. The market's not rewarding that, though. The market is more chaotic and more random, and here it is. That's what we're just trying to make sense of. Okay, Tangang, Teddy Bear Dudes, Pete Trevor, they all keep tagging and making videos. Maybe that megaphone goes louder. And if those are the ones that start being drifted up as PulseChain goes up, all those new people coming in, come and chase it. Because those new people coming in, friends, they want to buy highs. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know why. They just love buying highs. Okay, so if we're getting in low with enough time, hopefully we get put in a position of strength. Make sure you like, subscribe, bell button, and I'll catch you soon.